Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ali Middawi here, Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project, and I am super excited to be back with you in a brand new installment of our Yup Daily. Yes, the scenery is still different, but I will tell you this: I got a good one for you today, and we spoke a whole lot this week so far about mindset of developing a team, about what makes you attractive influencer with credibility. We talked about how to identify the right prospect. Well, today I'm going to talk to you how to actually establish a duplication system in your team. And this is, again, for those of you who are building organizations or who are or want to be in top production leadership roles. So if this is your very first time chiming in with me, let yourself be known as an entrepreneur. If you've been here before, let me know that you're chiming in and where you are doing so from. So good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Jody Defo from Florida. Hey, Beverly, what's going on? Chi-Town is in the building. So make sure you tag a friend and or post this on your private messenger conversations, because you just never know who needs to hear this information. I see you all. I see you all. All right, so let's get right into it. First things first, the new member that you are bringing on board has the two emotions that are running through their system, right? The very first emotion is fear, and the second emotion is excitement. So fear is from, oh my God, what if it doesn't work out? Excitement is from, yay, I can't wait to make money and travel the world and help my family and buy mom a house and all those dreamy things that we have in mind, which is amazing, right? But there's one main emotion that could drive them more towards fear or towards excitement, and that is comfort. Comfort is the element that makes somebody go all the way to the distance with you or hold back on certain things. Okay. And I'll give you an example. So I'm reading a book by Dennis Whiteley, the new psychology of winning. And I don't get paid from, I'm not plugging, I don't get any ads or money or anything like that, but it's just a really good read that one of his chapters, he talks about how he worked with POWs or prisoners of war, Vietnam, Korea, in the Second World War that he worked with, and he studied them. And here is the interesting factor that he realized was anyone who was in high security, like maximum security camps, every single one of them had many POWs who ran out and escaped and found a way to get back out of enemy territory, right? But in minimum security camps, not a single case, not a single person between World War II, between the Vietnam and the Korean War, that anyone has ever escaped. Isn't that interesting? How can a maximum security prison or camp have so many people run away from or escape from, but in a minimum security camp, not a single case? And here is what he found out. See, in a maximum security prison in during those three major wars, what was happening is they actually beat them up. They were trying to indoctrinate them. They were trying to brainwash them. They trying to hurt them. They try to give them anything and everything to just make life hell for them. So the mindset was, I have to get out of this. It was a horrific, terrible, terrifying experience. However, in a minimum security camps, they gave them food. They allowed them to read their letters from their loved ones. They allowed them to shower twice a day. They gave them every activity. They made them feel like they were loved and cared for. Like, hey, we're not going to hurt you here. Unfortunately, it's a bad circumstance that our countries and our governments are at war, but we love you and we're going to do everything to make sure that you are very, very comfortable. Therefore, no one has ever ran away from a minimum security camp because of what? They made them extremely comfortable. So the individuals that you bring on to your business are in some ways very comfortable where they are, whether it's in a traditional job, traditional business. So therefore, they are not necessarily going to go the distance for you and not going to go all out because of that comfort level, right? That creates the fear versus the excitement. On the other hand, there are many who are in extremely horrific terrible, bad circumstances in a job or traditional business or lack thereof, and they miserably want to get out of it. Therefore, they're going to go all out. Now, I share this with you because at times, as leaders, you feel like I'm not doing my part. I'm not, or you feel responsible for people's lack of success. Well, again, sure, you are the leader and you are expected to lead the way, but sometimes that keyword comfort hurts the process and hurts the person who says, I really want to make money. I really want to change my life, but I'm very comfortable with what I'm doing. Oh, no, I'm good. Excuse me. So, in any case, I'm going to talk to you about the fear and the excitement will never go away. It just won't. You can only manage the expectations of the individuals that are coming in, but the fear will always be there. Hey, I'm still afraid sometimes of failing. I'm still afraid sometimes of talking to some people and doing the wrong thing, of losing, my credibility if I don't do it right. Or maybe I'd say too much and they don't get started right away. Or maybe I should just wait because I'm not ready for them, or whatever the case may be. And at the same time, more often than ever, I'm extremely excited. Like really, really excited, and I want to continue to build a business. All right. So again, this is always going to be there. Those two emotions, you can only manage them. So how do you manage expectations? Manage the fear versus excitement is by managing expectations. So let's talk about some of the things that will help you to manage the expectations or the fear versus excitement for the person that you are working with. You ready? First things first, time. So when we talk about time, and we talked about this on Monday, there's the I don't have time. Actually, last week, I don't have time. I don't have money, right? So I don't need your time, dear new member. What I need is you to introduce me to individuals. So how do you do that? You create, and this is where you as a leader have to take the responsibility of, yes, I do have to put some work forward and teach the individuals you're working with the idea of time blocking. So time blocking is an extremely important piece that helps the individual, whether they are working 90 hours a week like I did back in the day, or 40 hours a week like most people are doing, to time block when you wake up or before you go to sleep, during your breaks, while the kids just go into bed, when there's nap time, whatever that means, you have to teach them time blocking. So when they time block, they have the ability to maximize their effort for the little bit of time that they have. Do not overwhelm the individual with non-income producing activity. I'm talking about brand new individuals here. Listen, not everybody belongs in the same levels of leadership. There are different levels of leadership. Not everyone is ready to go to Harvard University right away while they did not pass their first quiz on first grade. So you got to understand there are levels to leadership. So only give them the very important events that are income producing activities or approved company events. If you start adding all the extra curriculum activities, oh, we're going to do this extra meeting and we're going to do this extra Zoom and we're going to meet this extra time and we're going to do this, guess what happens? The person gets overwhelmed. And while they're still learning and not earning, and if any at all, they're going to get to that mindset of, I'm burning out. I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm doing way too much and not making anything at all. I'm getting too many no's for the amount of effort that I'm putting forward. So teach them time blocking and only focus on the most important events. Okay. The second thing that you are to manage in order to kind of keep them away from the fear and keep them at the excitement level so they continue to produce with you, and that is effort. See, a lot of people think being on Facebook is prospecting. A lot of people think watching YouTube videos is me going through a training session or leadership training. A lot of people just think by being in front of a computer that they're working, while in reality, there's a huge distinction between working and just being in a workplace. You ever work with somebody that, like in a regular job? I remember when I had a job, people would clock in and just stay in the corner for an hour, doing absolutely nothing for 1 hour. And they confuse the idea of I'm at work with me working. That's two different elements, my friend. And you have to make sure that the person you're working with understands the difference in order to produce, or they're going to blame you and tell you, yeah, this business just doesn't work. I wasted my money. You told me I was going to make money, while they confuse being at a workplace with working. Two different areas of focusing. Okay. So make sure you focus on income producing activity and show them what are the minimums and the maximums. Hey, how much you trying to make this month? I just want to make, if I make $1,000, I'll be extremely happy. Cool. Here is what you need to do. You got to enroll 3 individuals who are going to come in at this level. Now, if you enroll, like, let's say 3 professional members, that's going to create a little over than $1,000, right? That's really good. But in order to get those 3 members, you have to speak to 30 people a day for the next 2 weeks. And out of those 600 or 150, 300, right? Out of those 300 people that you're going to reach out to with this specific message that I'm going to give you, I would say about 30 of them are going to be serious candidates and are going to say, I'm really interested in learning more about what you're doing. And out of those 30, they're going to get exposed. I'll talk to them. I'll work with them. I'll educate them. I'll do whatever it takes. And what is naturally going to happen is we'll find 3 of them out of 30. So that is a failure ratio. Out of 300, only 30. That is a terrible, terrible 90% failure, 10% success. And then out of those 30, another 90% failure and only 10% success. See, those are realistic numbers that people will be like, man, that's awesome. I'm willing to fail 90% and make $1,000, right? And another 90% and make $1,000. So teach them the minimums. And then, of course, teach them the maximums as well. So they have a sense of vision, right? Don't make your minimums your maximums. Show them, hey, here's the minimum that we have to do, but here's the potential that we have as well. And as they are operating on a day-to-day, you're managing their expectations, not only with time already, but now with what are income producing activities. The third thing you have to manage in terms of keeping their expectations away from fear and around excitement, and that is the tools. What tools are available for me? See, the ATM system, that is a huge, huge piece for a brand new member that does not have time, that does not have money, that is terrified of the digital space. They get to add someone in a group, they get to tag him in a video, and then they message you on a 3-way messenger with their prospect, where you would take the initiative and take on the work. So again, tools are very, very important. So ATM is an incredible tool. Leadership, sessions, like official leadership sessions with the company, that is a huge tool that is underutilized. A lot of people will go, oh no, I saw the leadership last week. Right. But you don't understand that there is new updates, that there is new trainings, that there are new efforts that are being taught every single time. So if you have the mindset of, oh, I already did last week, well, why do you go to your job every single day and do the same exact thing every single day? Because it leads for the same paycheck every single week, right? So why are you not operating here with the same work ethic? That's again where you go back to managing expectations of the effort itself, IPAs, minimums, maximums, leadership, all those things that are important. Videos that are available for your team members, right? There's a library of videos that a company usually has that provides anything and everything about learning about the products, the services, the compensation plan, and so on and so forth. You don't want to be the one who's doing that. Now, sure, you're going to get a question here and there where, can you teach me? I'm not understanding, I'm not comprehending it fully. That's okay. It's going to happen. But when someone asks me, hey, Ali, can you teach me about the fundamentals of doing a Facebook Live? I don't say, sure, schedule a Zoom and let's sit down for 30 minutes and talk about a Facebook Live. No, there's a video I'm going to tag you on. It's my face for 30 minutes teaching you how to do a Facebook Live. Have tools that are available for your team. And again, the company usually has them. It's the best way that you can do that, because if you just always redirect to the company tools, you are teaching that team member, you don't have to do what I'm doing and create or recreate the wheel. They're already there. See, when your team members see you constantly and continually, all you're doing is you're creating stuff, your team is going to think, man, I'm scared of this leadership thing. I don't even know I want to rank advance because I'm going to have to do what you do. That's a lot more work, and I don't want to do that. And then the fear starts to settle. The fear starts to really take over their body. I know people that I've worked with, and I've worked with, meaning that they have leaderships that they're training them constantly, and they have brought to my attention, listen, I'm scared about this concept of leadership. And I ask why. Well, look at all the stuff that he's doing. I don't want to do all of that. I'm like, oh, no, you never have to do none of that stuff. That's just someone that wanted to take initiative and give you so much more value that you might not understand and or comprehend just now, but they're literally are just invested because they love you and they want you to succeed that much. But all you have to do is ABC or ATM in our case, right? So making sure that you're managing or teaching them how to manage their time, managing their effort, and managing their tools. Now, do not confuse me saying managing by you sitting back and saying, okay, go do this and go do that and go do this. No, that is not your role if you are in a leadership role. See, the ultimate duplication secret is simply you. See, whatever you do is going to duplicate, good or bad. And if your team is not enrolling, if you ever say this to yourself, just people are not doing anything, I'm here to get a little bit in your face and say, you're not doing anything. If you tell me like no one is showing up to training, I'm here to tell you that you've skipped in trainings in the past, or you didn't make it as important for them in terms of the expectation itself that they think, yeah, if I make it, I make it. If not, I'll just watch the replay. So therefore, it stopped being a priority to your new member, or from the very beginning, you told them that it wasn't important, and that's why they're not showing up. See, we all have heard, right? Talk is cheap, and you can talk all you want. You can be the coach and the guru because on Facebook and on your Facebook lives, you are the best coach. You are the inspirational, motivational speaker. That's all cute. You can bark and speak loud and use very much strong emphasis on specific words. That's cute. But it means absolutely nothing to your team because guess what they're wondering? How come you're not rank advancing? How come you're not growing in your business? When was the last time you brought in a new member? When was the last time you enrolled a new customer? What results do you have? That is the silent question that your team members are asking. And I insist on silent question. They won't challenge you because they know that you're leading and they're respecting, they're playing protocol. I'm not even gonna challenge them. This is I'm learning. So at least I'm learning something. At least I have a group of friends that I get to see every single day, and I feel so good and cozy that I have a cool social club that I get to hang out with. But I know he or she is not making money. I know he or she is not growing. So what results do you have? The secret here, and what I'm getting at, is stop being a coach and be the captain. See, there's a difference between a coach and a captain. A coach sits on a sideline, and a coach usually can't run as fast as the captain. The coach usually doesn't even play the game. The coach just gives guidance, gives tools, resources, and so on and so forth. But the team knows this coach can never do what he's asking me to do. Now, obviously, in sports, it's a different world, but I'm using that analogy in here. In the business world, in this specific direct sales business, yeah, coaches have no value. Like, they're cute. We're taking some quotes that we're going to use on our curiosity posts. But at the end of the day, if I am not the captain of my team, if I am not bringing in new members, new customers, enrolling and rank advancing, making money, yeah, I just shot my own credibility down. Be the captain your team needs you to be. Run the play with them. Not just tell them what to do and then go on the sideline and drink water while they're getting battered. No, be in the field and run with them. Go bring in new blood. Go bring in new customers and watch the magic happen. Because you know what happens in my 14, now going on 15 years, you know what happens? Every time I ranked advanced, every time I achieved some milestone, someone or many people would message me, please don't forget about me. Hey, man, I really need you to tell me like what you're doing. I want to lock arms with you. I don't want to be left behind. They start working. They start producing. But when they know that I'm sitting on the same exact puddle of mud for the same year, they walk right around me and say, hey, Ali, you have to be the captain. Not jumping ships, not trying a different thing, not being part of 70 network marketing companies and saying I'm a top earner. None of that stuff matters. You have to be the captain and play all along the way with your team members. Once you do that, your credibility increases and they will absolutely buy into everything that you're doing every single day, and they will duplicate. And I share that with you with love. I'm not taking a dig. You do what you do, boo. Do you? Yeah, you don't work for me. You don't work for your network marketing company. Remember, you're an independent business owner. You can do whatever you want, however you want to do it. But I tell every single person, you want my results? Do what I do. Go all in for your team, not just the company. And when you go all in for your team, you are the captain and you are in the trenches. You are working with them day and night, whether you're having results at the time or not, whether you're having a good season or not. It is your time to lead the way. It is your time to show that I am growing, not just talking about you going to work and get me some new customers. Because guess what? Your team, my team, think when I have that behavior. Yeah, you're just barking at me because you have a higher hierarchy, but you really are not doing it. Silent questioning. Don't set yourself up to fail. Hey, so today is Wednesday. For those of you who are in our community, we have a few different events that are taking place for our EU and outside the United States, Africa, and Asia members. We have a very exclusive special event at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We have a drop, drink, shrink event tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you who are not in our community, I don't know what you're waiting on. Let me put it like this for you: for $1.50 to $3 a day, you could be part of the world's greatest entrepreneurial community and be part of this revolution that we call the Young Entrepreneur Project. And you can have unlimited access to tools, resources, coaches, mentors, and all of their modules 24/7. And you too can become the influencer that you need. Yes, I said $1.50 to $3 a day. That's what is literally like you spend more down on a latte every single day on your way to work. You can do it. I know for a fact we can help you. You just have to take the initiative. So reach out to the person who reached out to you or tagged you in here and say, hey, man, I need to be part of this entrepreneurial community. And I, too, can be the influencer my team, my community, my organization needs me to be. For everybody else, tomorrow, 11 Eastern Standard Time, our partner and CEO, Jimmy Ezel, is going to be taking over Yup Daily tomorrow and Friday, as we are getting ready for our Fire Your Boss Challenge. This is going to be the second one in our 15th challenge out of all the challenges that we've had, or 16th, I think. So you definitely want to make sure that you hear his message tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I sure cannot wait. Until then, I appreciate and love each and every one of you, and y'all be amazing. Income producing activities, all right? IPA, IPA, IPA. Nothing else matters. See y'all.